Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for Ultimate Spider-Man number 11 and Ultimate Avengers 2, issue 3. I'll do Spider-Man first. Now, this is kind of like a transition issue. You have what just came down with Kitty and the school and the confrontation with the police outside. So, Aunt May is concerned. She doesn't want superheroing. So she's trying to tell the kids, no superheroes. And they're like, well, what about if I go into the city? What about this? What about that? What happens if there's a burning building and I'm the only one? And she's like, no superheroes, and I'm not an idiot. I know what the internet is, and I can figure it out, that you were superheroing. So, Bobby wants to get a job, so he gets a job at the frog place where Peter works, which is, the way they draw Bobby, it's kind of funny, because he doesn't look cool at all anymore. He looks kind of like your chubby friend in high school type thing, which is probably insulting to Bobby Drake. Anyways, they're working there, then Human Short, Johnny Storm comes by, making fun of them, so Bobby basically puts ice in his shorts and sends him away. Then later on, then they have to figure out, Mary Jane and Gwen and Peter have to figure out what to do with the video. Peter's got an idea. They go to the Daily Bugle, and basically Mary Jane's offered a large sum of money for the tape, but she says, no, I don't want to do that. And he goes, I think it's what, I think it was Ned. Let me double check here. Oh, sorry, Ben. I went to see Ben. And then Ben's like, well, you passed my test. I wouldn't have worked with you if you took the money because I want your integrity. Well, anyways, while they're settling that, Peter's spider sense tingles as J. Jonah Jameson walks by. So he goes to investigate. They go into an elevator, and Peter follows. Now, Jonah's like, who are you? And he's like, what are you talking about? You know who I am. I've worked for you. And he gets attacked. Now, Jonah's like, whoa, hey, wait a second. Are you a mutie or something like that? You got powers. And basically knocks Peter unconscious with some energy attack thing. Energy attack. And you get some crappy UFC figures. I mean, UFC isn't... I like UFC, but these are really crappy action figures. Anyways, it turns out that that's not J. Jonah Jameson. That's the Chameleon. Now, basically looks at his identity, gives him another zap when Peter wakes up. After Peter wakes up, because he wants to get his facial expressions, and goes back up to the group and tries to assimilate into the group. And as you can see, what he's planning on doing next. Now, if you really think about this, this is going to be an awkward situation because the Chameleon's an adult, and she's in high school. So, I wonder how they're going to handle that. Anyways, Ultimate Avengers 2. This is when Avengers Hit Squad go after Ghost Rider. It seems Ghost Rider is killing off very rich people, and certain people in the government don't like that. And he's doing it in very weird ways. Like, for an example, he's like this. Let's see here. If you can see here, he's giving clues as to what he did. Like, for example, there's Heartless here, Beheaded here. This guy he petrified. And so, the Avengers, basically, Frank Castle's like, screw this outfit, I'm not going to go save some rich government person. And then that's when Black Widow goes, I don't think so, you're here for the long haul. Points his guns to her, and she's like, zap again. We got these neurons in your head, and you better obey. Type thing. So, they go off to look, they do some investigating, and find the body, and he's petrified on the toilet, and that's a horrible way to go. This is the only survivor of the building, and they're trying to figure out why, and they pretty much pointed out why. So, you see, looks like that's Johnny Blaze, and I don't know, the look is kind of different. I kind of like it, I kind of don't. I want to see a little bit more of it, and but right now I'm kind of liking it, but it's reserved liking. So they send a team of Avengers and some SHIELD guys to go into one of the potential targets. Hawkeye's trying to make nice with the Punisher, saying, "Hey, I understand, I had my family killed." Punisher's like, "You don't know nothing, you blah blah blah, cry me a river." And Hawkeye's like, "Hey, you're not the only one that was coerced into this," which caught his attention. But unfortunately, before they can expand on that, Ghost Rider comes, freaks everybody out because he goes this way and straight up, crashes through the plane, gets his target, and drives away. Now, luckily they have Hawkeye, the guy who never misses. He's got himself a missile, and launches the missile when they get about a mile away, hits the Ghost Rider, and they send the team out. Now, and here's a quick run through. This one, I think it lost a lot of steam compared to the way the hell the story was going. I understand why it did, and I'm not completely faulting it, but I wish that the chameleon part was stronger. I've already seen this chameleon story where he replaced Peter Parker and seduced, and in a sense you can technically call raped his roommate, because she thought it was Peter, but it's really the chameleon. So seeing this again in Ultimate Spider-Man is not very thrilling. I'm just really disappointed with that, and I can't. I've lost. I lost subtracted a lot of points from it. Now, let's try to leave that there. Now, the Avengers 2. I'm still curious. I still like this team of Avengers 1,000% more than the other Avenger team, the team, the good team, I guess you can say. I think this potentially has a lot of. This could be a really good story arc. Very curious to see why the Ghost Rider's killing those rich people. I mean, I have an idea, but we'll see. If it is what I think it is. I think there could be a lot of good fights concerning with this team here and Ghost Rider, and we'll see how that turns out. So I'm very, very pleased. It moved a little bit slow. I thought it took a little bit too long to get into the action part, but I'm still okay with it. Still satisfied. It's keeping my interest. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them on the side. If you'd like to take a guess as to why you think Ghost Rider's going after rich people, feel free to post them. And until next time.